All right, good morning, guys. So today is day one of eat what we have in the house and eating on a budget and stuff like that. So it's 11 o'clock and we slept in really late today. So we're having our breakfast and lunch kind of together. So brunch, I guess. But I'm making the oatmeal blueberry banana bake in the oven. But I'm getting that ready in a minute. First, I'm gonna get these on. So these are purchased at, I didn't get them at Costco, but they're a Costco item that I purchased locally at a store that sells Costco items. So these are the Smoky River turkey sausages and 2 links, and they're not super big, but they're filling, they're dense. And so 2 links are 3 points and 3 links are 4 points. So Rhonda and I are both going to have 3 links of those, and we're going to have some of these McCain breakfast savory home fries. So a serving of these is 2/3 of a cup, and that serving is 3 points on the Talkers. My cat wants some attention like usual. So we're also going to have some eggs. So we're going to have 2 eggs on our plate and 1 in the oatmeal bake. So anyway, I'll show you what this all looks like after it comes together. But this is kind of a very typical breakfast lunch anyway that I would have had. It doesn't look anything. Can you stop? It doesn't look like anything like, I haven't dug deep into the freezer yet. So but my supper probably will be. Okay, so I'm also making my protein coffee this morning. I've got my mug here with my coffee, and coffee is going to be something I'm going to have to buy because I prefer mine over Rhonda's. So I've got chocolate protein this time that I wanted to try, and I haven't tried it with the chocolate protein yet, so it'll be interesting to see. I put half a container in for 1 point. And my cat's back. Yay. She always comes when I start talking. So here's my protein coffee, and let's see if I like it. Oh yeah, it's really good with the chocolate. All right, so I'm gonna have that. My breakfast is almost done minus the bakes. Those have like another 25 minutes left to go. But the breakfast itself is 3, 7, 8, and then 2 for the bake. That's 10 points out of my 25, 10 points out of Rhonda's 23. But that is breakfast and lunch. We're not having anything else. So here is my food. Sadly, a big chip came out of our plate. I barely even touched it with another plate, and it just popped right out. But anyway, so we have the eggs, the sausage, the hash browns, and the coffee. And here is the blueberry banana oatmeal bake, and I just put a little bit of sugar-free syrup on it, so it's 2 points. Alright guys, so I'm just getting some supper ready. We had some pork chops in the freezer, so Rhonda's not a huge fan of pork. She's gonna have a hot dog for supper, but I wanted to, which we have plenty of. So I wanted the pork. So I'm probably gonna eat 2 tonight and 2 tomorrow. And the sauce that I'm making, it looks like, if you can kind of see it, you can't really. Let me see here, 1 sec. So this here is what the sauce looks like. Sauce is just a mixture of, there's a teaspoon of just plain white vinegar in there. It calls for lemon juice, but we don't have lemon juice and we're not buying lemon juice, so we used a little bit of vinegar. 2 tablespoons of, we buy this PC Blue Menu sugar-free ketchup. The lid is broken, that's why I'm kind of holding it weird, but there's no sugar added in this. So we have 2 tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons of this Swerve brown sugar. We had that in the cupboard, so we're using that. And there was hardly any of the soy sauce left. There's only a little bit left in the jar. So it called for a tablespoon of that, but I ended up using about 3/4 of a tablespoon because I want to save some of it for when I have have like a Asian dish or something. And a tablespoon of this Worcestershire sauce. I buy this kind. This one is vegan actually. Most Worcestershire sauces have anchovies in it. I bought this one when I was vegan. So if anybody's looking for a vegan Worcestershire sauce, this is it. This is just a store brand in Canada, the Compliments version. We get them at Sobeys. And I'm just mixing it all up, and I'm gonna put it in a baking dish until it's cooked, and I'll show you my supper when it's all done, what I'm having with it. Okay, so supper's still cooking, but I'm just gonna show you what dessert is. So it's this delicious keto Snickers bar that we got from a local bakery. The whole thing is 3 points. Yeah, they are delicious. It comes from this place called Locally Baked Outlet, which is our favorite in this province, our favorite bakery. This is delicious. I'm probably gonna eat it before supper. Supper's still gonna take a while, and it's like almost 6 and I'm starving, so I took a bite of that, and that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I'll show you supper when it's all done. I got some peas in the cupboard, some leftover potatoes in the fridge, and the pork. So hopefully that'll be dished up here within the next half hour. Okay, so here is my supper. I'm having the 2 pork chops and the potatoes and the peas. And yeah, that is... Okay, so for my snack tonight, I'm making a 4-point snack mix. I'm going to be using air-popped popcorn, and I'm mixing in some snacks. So I've got 1 point of these veggie zesty ranch sticks. So 1 point is 9 grams. So I had to weigh all this stuff out. I've got 1 point of so this is the same brand as the veggie straws, but they're veggie puffs, and they're the white cheddar. So I got 9 grams of those. I've got 1 point of these Snyder's gluten-free pretzel sticks. I've got 1 point of these, which is 11 grams. And I got 1 point of these Quest spicy sweet chili. And 1 point of these is 16 grams. It's half the bag. So I'm going to pop my popcorn, get it all mixed up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, so here's the snack mix all done up. Again, this is 4 points. I have used 24 points today out of 25. Hi, so it's day 2 of the what I'm eating, and I think I'm going to do the whole week actually, just to kind of show you what I'm getting out of the cupboards and stuff like that. So today is the day that we had pre-planned to go out for lunch, so I will be taking you there too, but that was pre-planned, and we have 2 next weekend, and those are our meals out for the month, but the rest is all here and within the $50 budget. So for breakfast, I'm just making 2 slices of this back bacon. It is Lou's, I think, back bacon. I don't remember. But anyway, it was $8.99 for the full package, which was, or $7.99 or $8.99, something like that. Anyway, it was much more reasonable than getting the smaller pack that had like 6 slices in it. This, I'm gonna get way more meals out of this. So I've got 2 slices of that in the pan, and then Rhonda and I are having, and that's 1 point for 2 slices. And then Rhonda and I are both having eggs in a bagel. The bagel is Odo's, and it is 3 points. So I'm having these Everything Odo bagels for 100 calories each. And they come out to be 3 points, probably because they're lower in fiber than my other bagels, which are 140 calories and only 2 points. But they're also more expensive, so I'm going to eat the other point and go for the cheaper ones. This one, there was 6 bagels in it for like 6 something, and the one the Promise bagels that are 2 points they're not as thin, they're thicker, but there's 4 bagels and they're $10. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Odos for this challenge and instead of going back to the Promise, and I'll just work my points around it. I'm also gonna have a wedge of Laughing Cow cheese for a point, and I'll show it to you when it's all done. Okay, so here's my breakfast. I have 1 point of the meat, the eggs are 0 points, the bagels 3, and the cheese is 1, so that's a 5-point breakfast. And I'm gonna have a cup of tea instead of my protein coffee because I'm gonna have protein coffee at the restaurant. I'm taking a protein shake with me. Okay, so I'm still a little hungry. I'm gonna have this apple to go with my breakfast. This apple's been in the fridge for like 3 weeks, so the point is to use up my stuff before it goes bad. It's still good. So I'm going to eat this, and that will be it until lunch. Okay, so we are at Masstown, and Rhonda got chowder. I took her biscuit, but I'm taking it home. But I did get my own biscuit and chili. Rhonda has, we brought grilled cheese and cheesies from the house. I'm also having a protein shake from protein that I brought from the house. And this was our meal that we had planned to eat out. So yeah, it's not cheap, but we had planned this. We got our coffees. And yeah, so that is what we are having at Masstown Market. So that was really good, but I think they changed the recipe a little bit, and it used to have really big chunks of beef in it, and now there was hardly any beef in it, and they have baked beans in it. Anyway, I'm changing the amount of points that I'm taking for it. I'm taking 6 points for it. It also, I don't think, was as much as what I originally had said in terms of the amount. So I'm taking 6 points for it, and I'm taking 9 for the biscuit. Like I said, I'm taking this biscuit home. But I did have one with no butter with the chili, and I took 9 for that, and 1 for the coffee. We're also about to get some dessert, so I'll show you that when we have it. The dessert we brought from home, though. Okay, so here is our dessert. We're both having a red velvet cupcake, and they look decadent. And they're very delicious, but they're when you put in all the nutritional information, they're only 2 points a cupcake. They're from our favorite locally baked outlet, and yeah, 3 cupcakes for $13. We had these in the fridge, so we didn't buy them today. And we are going to have those and finish our coffee. Okay, so I'm getting ready to make some supper, and this time I'm really kind of digging into the stuff that we have for leftovers. So I'll show you what I'm making. I'm gonna have, I had this taco meat in the fridge for a few days, or a couple days or something. Anyway, it's still good, so I gotta use it up. I didn't want to save it until tomorrow, so I'm gonna make some taco soup. This has been open in the fridge for quite a while, probably well beyond the amount of time that I would say on the side of the box to use it, but it smells fine, so I'm gonna use it. I don't want it to go to waste, so it's Imagine bone broth. And I take, it's just chicken stock and organic chicken flavor. There's 40 calories for a cup and 9 grams of protein. I don't count this. Yeah, I don't count that. So I'm gonna be using that. So the meat already has some taco seasoning, but I'll probably sprinkle some more on. So I had this left in the fridge. I've already used it. And I might not use it all, so there may be some left. Another thing that was about to turn in the fridge were these leftover mushrooms and onions. They're both from a can from Rhonda's supper several days ago. And I'm like, well, they smell good, so I'm just gonna throw them in here instead of opening up a new can. I had this half of an onion in the fridge, so I'm gonna use that up. That's still good. I'm gonna use this red pepper. I had this celery in the freezer. It was cut up from the grocery store, and I bought it already cut up. So it's in little slices, and it's frozen. It's been frozen for like a month or 2 now. So I'm gonna throw that in. I'm gonna use some stewed tomatoes that we got. I got this actually from a store that is like a liquidation store. They get stuff that's like close to expired. These are not expired. but they do get some things that are already expired or very close to it, and they mark it down and sell it. So these cost me $1.44, which is actually a really good price. And it's just original stewed tomatoes, so it just has like some veggies and tomatoes in there, and then a little bit of spice. Oh, I do see that there is sugar added to this as well, so I may not get them again. But there is 7 grams of sugar in here, and it is in the ingredient list, so I probably will take points for these. This is the only thing I'll take points for. And then I have this can of black beans up in the cupboard. I'm not going to put all of them in, but maybe like half of them I'll stir into the soup, and that is going to be my supper. I'll show it to you when it's all cooked up. So my soup is cooking up, but I just wanted to show you I'm having 1 point worth of this Compliments Tex-Mex cheese. A third of a cup is a serving, and for the cup it's 30 grams for 3 points. I'm able to get 13 grams for 1 point, so that's what I did. I just set it aside in there. And then I have these little nacho chips, which are these Que Pasa organic thin and crispy twist of lime, and for a serving they are 6 points, and a serving is 50 grams. I was able to get 27 grams for 3 points, so I'm going to be putting that in with my soup when it's all done. And I also cut up some green onion for my soup. Alright, so here's my soup all cooked, and since it's kind of hidden, I'll show you what it looks like in the pot as well. So there it is in the pot. There's a lot of stuff in it. I'm only taking a point for the soup itself because of the tomatoes if I eat the whole pot, which I may not. Otherwise, I didn't take enough of the tomatoes to count it, but we'll see how much I end up eating. Good morning, guys. It's day 3. I'm just getting my protein coffee, and I don't know what I'm having for breakfast yet. Something with eggs. Guys, so I'm just gathering together some stuff that I think I'm going to make breakfast out of. I've got some leftover veggie mix, my eggs, a few potatoes. I'll take 2 or 3 points of the potatoes, depending on how they weigh out. And yeah, I'm going to turn these into air fryer hash browns, and I'll do the eggs in the pan. But I'm probably going to put a meat with this too. I just don't know what yet. So anyway, I'll show it to you when it's all cooked. Alright, so here's my breakfast. I did make a point of the back bacon. The potatoes are 2 points. I used 108 grams of red potatoes. And I used about half the veggie mix, so the eggs are 0 points. And I'm not having both of these, I'm just having one. I cut up the pineapple that we bought last night. And Rhonda's having the other half with some grits, and that is my breakfast. So it's 1, 2, 3 points plus the protein, half the protein shake, which is 4, so breakfast is 4 points. The protein coffee is gone, so I'm about to get some tea to go with this. Okay, so here is my lunch. I'm having leftovers, pork chops, potatoes, and peas. And it comes to about 5 points on the Weight Watchers program, and that's what's for lunch. Hey guys, so I'm just having this Built Bar. It's the cookies and cream flavor. It's 2 points on the Weight Watchers program, and I'm going to be having a later supper, I think, so I'm just using it to tide me over. There's 130 calories in it, 2.5 grams of fat, 19 carbs, 6 fiber, and 17 protein. So I'm going to have that, and that'll be it until supper. So I had my dessert before my supper, which I tend to do sometimes. So I had just one of these Ooey Gooey bars. They're another thing from Locally Baked Outlet that we had in the fridge, and they are 1 point each for a 1/6 of the container. They're keto Ooey Gooey bars. So yeah, I had that, and now I'm trying to figure out what I want for supper. Okay, so for supper, I'm just having something quick. I'm having this chicken burger, which is 6 points. It's from M&M Meat Shop. There's a point of mayonnaise on there, and then lettuce, obviously. And then I'm having a serving of these McCain Savory Home Fries. They are 3 points. And then this is snack sauce that we've had in the fridge for quite a while now. It's low calorie. It's 7 calories per 15-gram portion. So that is my supper tonight. So this is the last thing I'm having tonight. I made a 4-point snack mix. So the popcorn is 0. And then I put in some of these scorching hot, or screaming hot, whatever, veggie straws, some jalapeno puffs, pretzel, and the Quest, half a bag of the Quest protein chips. So there's 4 points of treats in there with the popcorn. Hey, so the video is turning out to be a lot longer than I thought it would be, so I'm going to just put up part 1, which is the first half of the week, and then the second half of the week I'll put up on the weekend. Yeah, so I'll get that put up. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow us along on our budget challenge, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.